Alrighty. Hello, my beautiful bodies. This is Faith with Alchemist Empress. Getting down with the love this season. Can't forget about that love. I know we got, sometimes this is a hard time for people, and sometimes it's a great time for people. It is what you make of it, Sometimes you can't help certain circumstances, family members, or just, shit that you gotta work out, but you can always know that the divine has your back. I promise you. They ain't gonna let you down, for sure. So, and I'm really happy because I finally got up my a little area more light to the way I wanted it. Also the camera as well. Hopefully it's pretty clear. The only other way to make it more clear is to do it live, which honestly, with having to do it that way for so long, I ended up started taking a liking to it, because it's like I've mentioned before, being live with y'all, it's like it increases the vibrations and the energies that are coming through. And then not only that, but the people that are viewing live, messages will tend to resonate with them more, which I feel like, hey, if they're sitting there watching, they deserve to hear something beneficial as well. Oh, I forgot. Oh, a little candle for y'all. Let's see. We will do... I am out of my red, but let's do, I don't know, orange isn't one of my best ones, but for some reason I was drawn to that, y'all, so let's do that. And this one, I'm doing daily readings for the collectives as well right now, but since last night I kind of got on at a later time, so I went ahead and did it for today already. So I figured I'd just go ahead and start with my let's see, how was I doing it? Yeah, weekly. So weekly love readings from the 18th to the 25th. Okay. Now, with it being weekly, I'm going to go ahead and do it for the collective. So, meaning all signs, general reading. All of it could resonate with you. Some of it may not. Some of it may resonate with your partner or anyone that significantly surrounds your life and is close to you. Remember that energy is fluid, y'all. So, you may say something in a card and it does resonate with you, but it happens to be that it's resonating with you in a way that it's picking up the vibrations and energy of your loved ones, love interests, and so on. So I just like to write on my candles the intention and to bless it. Love reading. And then I will start working on doing my monthly readings again. I'm going to start working on them now and then get them all together and put them up starting the first of the year. Or I may load them a little bit sooner. Give you a little sneak peek ahead of time, depending on where you fall. I was going to do it by the highest number of viewers per sign last time, but I decided to not do that. I'm just going to go down the line. So where you fall is where you fall, and then maybe in the future I may do it by the number of views per sign, because obviously if there's like, you know, let's say 2 views for Aries and I'm getting like 100 for Pisces, you know, then I know where my audience is at. So anyways, it's just tricky. This is a tricky time of year, and for everybody, you know, not just speaking about readings. So I was trying to figure out the most organized way to do it for y'all. I'm going to go ahead and bless this candle with my Florida water. I did already bless the area and ask the spirit of God, goddesses, and all the divine to guide our readings and protect us, give us clarity that we need. Things that we may not be seeing and need to know, all that good stuff. Oh, really? I'm telling y'all, I've had my computer put up and away in between this move, and so it's like I have all these old alarms set. I got my stones out. And I already burned some sage and some Palo Santo wood, which I highly, highly love. I don't know if y'all are aware, and I got this new book, y'all, that I highly recommend. It's called, how can I get y'all to see it? It's called, there we go, Clearing Spaces. And it's by Kai Armand, Inspirational Techniques to Heal Your Home. And I didn't even expect it to be as awesome as it is. I'm still going through it. But basically what I was going to say is, you know, the all go-to is sage, and I am going to burn that too. But with sage, a lot of things that people don't know, which I didn't know either, is that yes, sage will cleanse the energy, but it's almost like a neutralizer. So yeah, it'll get rid of the bad, but it'll get rid of any good too, because it's just neutralizing it. Where the Palo Santo wood that I'm burning right now actually clears the bad and adds positive energy. It is known as Hollywood. So I found that to be very interesting, and definitely something that, oh come on, how am I gonna put you, I needed to learn and know. And we'll do a little bit more sage, just now that we got things rolling. So all right. And I think we are ready to get started. So I'm sorry, let me just do a, is there something in here? Oh yeah. Do a balancing of, some more balancing of the energies for us. And just, you know, take in the sound, take a deep breath, focus on, you know, what it is that, you know, you're looking to get out of this reading, you know. Love reading for the collective in the next week, from today the 18th to Christmas. Alright y'all, so let me do that and we will get started. Ah, perfect. That was beautiful. So I am going to pull some love oracles for my, ooh, woo, it ain't playing. It's ready to talk. The love is alive. Love is alive. Love is always alive, y'all. It always is. Honestly. That could be a whole nother video. But I'm just saying. We're the ones who make it difficult. Or the other party. Or what have you. Honestly, if people could just, if people honestly had a deep, true understanding, which they could have if they decide to search for it, dive deep within inside themselves. And a lot of times the ego gets in the way. And I don't know if y'all saw my video yesterday about a lot of the collective going through ego deaths and rebirths right now, because, you know, things happen. Okay, I'll take those three. That sounds good. I don't know what they say yet, but we'll see. You know, things happen in a divine order for a reason. But then it's like, we want to control it because it doesn't look the way we want it yet. That's that whole, like, human instant gratification yearning that we have. Whereas if we were patient, we would see that there's so much more. So let's see what we got. So we have a Imari, Hannah. I'm assuming that's her name. And it says Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. That's kind of like what I was just talking about with the divine timing and things. And it's like that for a reason, for our souls to learn what it needs to learn and go on the journey that it's meant to go on for that specific time. So there's the picture of it. I'm still learning how this camera's kind of focused. There we go. If y'all can see that. And she's reaching over. You know, it's interesting when you look at this because she's a mermaid and she's reaching over, you know, to pet the dolphin. And it makes you wonder, like, why is she in that boat alone? Like, why is she not in the water swimming with the dolphins, enjoying her life and the gifts she's been given to breathe underwater and what have you? And then we have the number 45. I don't know if you can see, but it does say 45, which gives us 9. That has to do with fulfillment. Okay, to me, oh, I hate when I can't get this focused right, or there's a flare. Not back this way. Well, this is going to be a tricky thing. I'm holding it right up, but it doesn't look like that. Nope. Maybe down. There we go. I almost got it. No. Oh dear. We could do this for days, but I'm trying to get it to where down, up a little. This thing be crazy, you know. And then it's like I don't want to move it because I don't want to mess with it too much and then have it not show the things that I want it to show. Let's see if I lift it up a little bit though, if it will. Oh dear, 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 dear. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that this is like so boring, but it's good if I figure it out now versus having to do this with every card I'm wanting to show you. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So 9, fulfillment, luck, fate, achieving goals, you know, and you know, I see a connection with that. Journey of the soul, crossing deep waters. You know, maybe she has fears. Maybe that's why she's in a boat, even though she's a mermaid. She's going across some deep waters and she doesn't know what is down there. But also not realizing that this is the journey that her soul needs right now. Alright, so moving to the next one. We have Atlantis. Rapid development, excellence, and success. Okay, again, I feel like this is relating to the last one. A lot of people right now are going through rapid spiritual transformations for whatever it may be that they're needing to achieve their spirit and soul's excellence and success. And this card number is, oh, I almost got it. I'm literally holding it up straight. That is so crazy to me. Let's see. This one. This card number is 19, so that's 2. This is all about self. This is about balance, reflection, duality, choices, justice or judgment, whatever may resonate with you. But she's looking pretty, comfortable in her own skin. And if you even look at it, this is kind of crazy. Because if you look at this right here, hopefully this camera will let me show this. Come on, don't be a stinker. She's a mermaid, but she actually has 2 feet right in between those flippers. Y'all see that? I know the reflection's hard. Oops. But she's literally got 2 feet. And I think that symbolizes this rapid development and her transforming, And if you think about and go back to, The Little Mermaid that we all used to watch when we were younger. And that's all she wanted was just love. And it was a man that lived on land with feet where the people walk. And she was willing to sacrifice anything just to be able to not be a mermaid and to have a pair of feet. And take that as you will. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. Is this love worth changing what you are? Maybe, maybe not. But if it is, you're definitely going to succeed in whichever choice you make. But again, with the 9 and the 1 and it being a 2, really this is about self, not anybody else. So, and that's another thing that's going on right now as far as these ego deaths and whatnot. The Divine's really trying to show that before we make the call, make the judgment that they don't go back on, as far as your love situation, you must know self-love. Okay? Not just sometimes, but know it all the time. Know it in your strong moments. Know it in your weak moments. Know your self-love. Know your self-worth. Okay? And then look at the 3rd card we get. Falling in love. Kissing the Divine in another, in yourself. I was just saying that. And again, we have 20, which is 2. So this is about self. And I really hope that this picture shows up because this is beautiful, okay? Beautiful card to get. Let's see if I... I'm going to find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, making some progress. So, we see the... I don't even know why it's doing this. It's like the camera's right there. It's like everything's all in a whole different... Let me put my wand down so I can really get up in this shit. So look at this. Falling in love. Kissing the divine. In another, in yourself. Okay? Look, she's still a mermaid. He's a man. Not only is he a man, but he's got wings. They are of complete different species, okay? She's got fins. She's a mermaid. She lives in the water. He's got feet. He's got wings. He lives in the air. But you know what? It don't matter, because when the divine says something is to be so, it is to be so. And I believe that this goes with the other cards, and it giving us a brief glimpse in how, you know, her falling in love with herself manifested falling in love. And she didn't have to sacrifice her voice, you know, like in The Little Mermaid. I know that may seem silly, y'all, but in reality, I mean, and I'm sure some of you can attest to this, like, kid shows and movies can show us a lot. I mean, they can be extremely informational, you know what I'm saying, and full of messages. So let's dig a little deeper, and I call the Spirit of God, the Goddess, the angels, and all the divine into this reading for the collective, for love, the 18th through the 25th. What is it we need to know? What is it we need to know? Oh, there's one. Nice, y'all. Got the overall energy of strength this week. That is something to be proud of. You could be dealing with a Leo, you know, with the Lion, or Aries, Sagittarius. You know, it's also the symbol for 8. You know, one of my favorite numbers. You know, so I got my infinity tattoo right here. Because to me, the only things that matter in this life are love and family. I mean, there's more to that, but that's the basics. So, yeah, so let's see what else we got going on And this is a new deck I got, y'all, and I mean, I try not to focus too much on favorites as far as decks, because I feel like depending on what you're reading about or who you're reading for, everyone has different tastes, different things that they're drawn to, or just, you know, but honestly, I have yet to feel an energy like I feel with this deck. And not only that, but the artwork and the littlest messages, you know, that can make all the difference. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I come across them. Okay, well, you know, we have strength, but we also have the devil coming in reverse. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of either an inner conflict between you and your loved one, or you and certain things that you love a little too much, kind of like I mentioned earlier as far as instant gratification. You know, this is a time of partying, some overindulgence. You know, we'll see what the cards further bring us and even clarify it. But let's start it off with strength. So irregardless, I don't feel too worried about that. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry. Hello. The devil's in reverse. So that's actually a good thing. That's you. That makes sense, you know. Starting off with strength, and the strength is going towards this devil in reverse. Like, you've gained some clarity. You are tackling you know, things in the past that no longer serve you. Okay, and you're going to be going for the things and the people that do serve you. You know, maybe for some of you, you're dealing with a, whoa, and that's a lot of cards. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that. But yeah, I see this as a time where, you know, in a funny way, I feel them telling me, for some people, you know, in the collective, that the holidays may bring about some closure that some of y'all have been needing for a long time. You've been, you know, bound and bonded to this toxic energy, and you're finally being freed of it. And I think that the holidays may play a little part in that. Okay, that's also the card number 15, so that gives us 6, and that is about advancement, excitement, feelings, and success. So I don't think that's as bad. I'm sorry, I totally didn't grab that right away. I just get so mesmerized by these pictures. I was still looking at the Strength card, and I will show them to you all for sure. Come on, come on. I need this energy. Come back to us, come back to us. We need another energy intensifier over here. This blocks any interference. Should still be back. Come on. I know you. I can feel it. I can feel it wants to come out. Okay. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still too many. That doesn't feel right. I don't feel the spirit telling me to take that much. Alright, well, let's see. Let's go like this. Oh, and I had one drop. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So a lot of you ladies, you know the Strength card. The Strength card has its feminine and its masculine energies in it as well, you know, and the important thing to remember is we all have feminine and masculine energies to us. But as far as this Queen Cups in reverse, I feel like, you know, there's an issue that you're dealing with. And whether you, you know, show it or not, you are not, for the life of you, going to show any motherfuckers that you're weak. Okay? Down to the point that you are on your lion, y'all are as one, you're riding him naked, completely vulnerable, and you're ready to get some answers. You got a sword in your hand, you're ready to cut some ties, get some answers, and that's when I feel this Devil card comes in, because that's exactly where she's heading. And she's literally holding up her knife on her lion, okay, to sever some heads of some snakes, cut some bondages. She's even got fire in her picture, you know, burn some bridges so that they can't ever be ran down again. And the other interesting thing, and this is why I'm paying very close attention to this, and I will show y'all what I mean as I see these, but I'm going to explain it first. So, going into how I said the Queen of Cups was in reverse, you know, you're feeling, or your partner's feeling, very unfulfilled okay? To the point that whatever their demons were, or the things they were overindulging in, have not only, you know, it's almost like that saying where it's like, at first this devil energy was fun, and then it was fun with problems, and then it just became fucking problems. And they've literally sucked you dry. I mean, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. And you have to now go inside yourself, as we have the Hangman coming in reverse, okay? And you know, he's 12, so that's 3. So that's really about growth and cooperation, possibly even friendship. So maybe this could be a very strong love for a friend. Or maybe, you know, even someone that is a friend right now, but that you saw potential love with, you know? And, now looking, you know, going with this Hangman in reverse, you're kind of like starting to feel like some detachment, and you're feeling a bit like a victim, you know? It's kind of like the Hangman in reverse is like a sign that all is over and there's no coming back. You know, you may have been too impulsive, changing from one bad situation to another, and if you know that some behavior patterns aren't working for you anymore, just change them. Your attitude towards your life will determine your future. So that betrayal and detachment, it doesn't have to be, okay? And this person has caused you to literally have to, I mean, even impulsively in a good way, have to get your guns together, get your supplies together, get your strengths together, and be like, no, fuck this. I am a woman of my own worth, and nobody's gonna bring this toxicity into my life. I've worked too hard. I almost feel for some of you that this ain't your first rodeo dealing with this. You know, there may have been, you know, a previous partner that maybe you had this with. You know, I'm just picking that up for some of you. So let's see. Oh, and the devil was in reverse. Why did I put him like that? Okay. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Interesting. Let me just lay out this next two, and then we'll talk about this. We will definitely talk about this. And I'll do some clarifications. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 3 cards, but for some reason I feel like Spirit is telling me to use them as 1. Like, they're already knowing that there's gonna be clarification asked, so they're giving it to us anyways. And then I'm gonna pull another one for our which I felt was this one. Okay, yeah, yes, yes. So let's take a look here. Ace of Cups, nice. I am so proud of y'all. It's like kicking ass and taking names right now is what I'm picking up on. For sure. Whew. Getting Devil in reverse, coming back to life. I'm sorry, hold on, y'all. Let me clarify this. Spirit, can you clarify this Queen of Wands for me? Because I'm not feeling that the energy is this person. Like I said, I feel you're more the Queen of Cups. So sometimes when I see this Queen of Wands, it's like she is fucking hating on you and you have no idea. And in one of her little buttons, she even has a skull-like figure with like little lit up eyes. And even on her wand, okay? So this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but even her leaves, you know how you see some cards and the wands with the growth on them, they're really green leafy leaves. You look at this Queen of Wands and it's very like it's very let's see if if we can get this. See, I want to figure out how to get these to show. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. Oh, come on. Work with me, work with me, work with me. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I'll put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Okay. Hello, the card's right there. We'll go back a little bit. I'm holding her straight. How is this so complicated? I don't understand. Let's see if I could do this. Can I do this? Let's see, y'all. Can I do... there we go. I can kind of do this. Let's see if we can get the reflection out of the way. Okay, so... if we look... okay... see how her leaves are... you know, fall-like they're like dry, brittle, about ready to fall off. Now to me, I'm getting the feeling of, with these cards and what the Divine's saying, and when I say I feel like this is somebody that's envious of you, jealous of you, because of the fact that she is in the position of the Queen of Wands, okay? However, I feel like it doesn't have like the true authenticity that we normally see with the Queen of Wands. And then I'm holding these two, so I can't quite show y'all. Let me see if I could change a little bit of the making it less blurry. Let's see, so you could see that skull I was talking about. It might be too small, y'all. I apologize if it is. Let's see if we can get it clear. I'll just keep it right here. If we can't get it clearer, I mean, I described it to y'all, and I don't know. I always teach my kids, and I believe that it's not about the things that you see that are all grandiose. So that's a little more clear. And I don't have my wand because I'm using this, but it's right down her chest line right there. But anyways, it's not all about the grandiose, so big, large shit, you know, that's on stage. It's about the stuff while everyone's looking over here. Pay attention to what the fuck's really going on over there, because 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be where your attention truly needs to be. And they do that specifically for that purpose, to get the crowd's attention on what they want it to be on, versus, oh, that didn't work. Look, now I gotta try to figure out how to get y'all back to the board. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. trying this new stuff. We'll get it right. That's why I'm glad I'm doing this now. So we will go into the new year new and improved, and it's gonna be great. I'm more happy for the new year than I am Christmas, y'all. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Okay, that should be alright. Let's see. Do we want to go more over here? No, we want to go more over here. Yeah, more over here. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and then let me just kind of... I'm gonna pause this for 1 second, y'all, so I can go tend to my little bumblebee, and then we're gonna get into some of this real shit that's coming up here. And y'all know I love you, love you, love you, love you, but I would be of no service to you if I sugar-coated things or told you what you wanted to hear. You know, what we want to hear isn't always what's best for us. Alright. That should be okay. It looks okay, and then I move and it switches. Flips the script on me, y'all. Alright, so hold on 1 second. Be right back. Loves, so I am back. And I hope y'all know how much I love you. Okay, and so let's go ahead and look at the rest of this reading. Okay, because I want y'all to remember before I go into some of this stuff that just because some things may seem bad at the moment, it's always important to remember that the divine has a plan. Okay, they will do for us what we cannot do for ourselves, and it's in their timing, not ours. Okay, so this spread actually got a lot deeper than I expected, but not in a bad way. Maybe bad on the surface, but when you go and dig a little bit deeper, you're gonna see that it wasn't all so bad after all. Okay, because if you go back to the oracle energies that you had around you, and I'll even do some angel ones towards the end so we can wrap all this up. I mean, you know, if this card right here, falling in love, and just the energy you get from it, I'm still trying to figure out how to work this. Okay, how he's just clinging to her and she's holding him up, and it's kissing the divine in another and in yourself. Okay, that's really what this spread is all about. I feel mostly about you, like I said in the beginning, finding that self-love, and then another. Okay, so it's like, okay, we started off with let's look at this. These first ones, okay, just so you can see some of these images. So this is the Strength card, okay? I mean, just look at how vulnerable she's allowing herself to be. And she's got a knife up there in her hand, and she's riding that lion like he's her familiar, or her best bud, her wingman, okay? And when you look at it on the spread, it's facing the Death card in reverse, okay? And the Death card being in reverse is a positive thing, okay? It is, you know, her raging in there on her lion like a badass, ready to cut some shit up, okay? 'Cause she knows it. She's intuitive herself, okay? And, you know, right after that Devil, we have the Queen of Cups, which I thought might be y'all. And I don't know, that's something I guess only you could know, because when the Queen of Cups comes to us in reverse, and I love the Queen of Cups, she's one of my favorites, and I'm sorry these aren't a little bit clearer for y'all, but when she comes to us in reverse, okay, there is a posing of a threat, okay, or being seen as a rival in your love life. This card reverse signifies a person causing conflict or needing help. It's loss of love, sharing a secret, a broken heart. Whoa, I'm way over here. What am I doing? Broken heart, you know, holding back, okay? And that makes sense, because then we have the Hangman in reverse, okay? And when we come across this Hangman in reverse, this is freedom of the things that bind you, that no longer serve you, okay? There's new doorways, there's new paths that are opening that you're not even aware of, okay? But you're not being forced to be hung. So, you know, it's a type of, I don't know, to me it's kind of like a type of, kind of like a caterpillar in a cocoon type of thing, just really needing to go inward and self-reflect, okay? So then underneath the Strength we have the Eight of Pentacles, okay? And this is really about you know, putting in some work and your skills being recognized. And I just love this one because look at this man. I mean, he's in the pouring rain, okay? And he's building shelter. I mean, how sweet is this? Why is it, I'm trying to figure out what's the dealio here. Which way do I need to go? There's a little bit of a delay on it too, so it's like I have to wait a minute to figure out. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it right here because this is a pretty good view. He's building shelter, okay, in the pouring rain for his dog. Okay, see his dog. Oops. Man's best friend. A little squirrel's in there. Okay. Stocked him up on acorns. There's 2 bags of something right here. We don't really know. Okay. But he's very skilled in what he's doing. And he's protecting that which is important to him. Okay? And I have a very strong sense of a feeling of love towards animals in this reading. However small or significant it may or may not be. Okay? And under him, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay? So the 6 of Swords is not, in reverse, is not a bad thing. That is you being freed from a burden, you know. That's like things finally getting rolling after such slowness. And the more you let go of the dead weight, the faster it's gonna go for you, okay? Because, you know, I feel like kind of the main theme I'm picking up on this week for the collective is, you know, letting go of that which does not serve us anymore. And so, anyways, so, now underneath the Devil, you know, and being let go of, you know, just whatever it may be, overindulgence. Now this is what I find really interesting, is if you take a quick look at the female right here, okay, the male is, over here, is bound by chains. She is bound by a rope of flowers. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This deck is just so neat. But, you know, he looks like he's been doing a little bit of that poison, a little bit of that overindulgence longer than her. And I think that's why she's got that flowery vine. Because there's still, oh man, I need some water, y'all. There's still a part of an innocence left in her. It's almost like he's too far gone. His eyes are all red, belly's all fat. Where she's got a chance, so long as she doesn't get too caught up in this temptation, okay? And right under that, okay, this is what's badass. And I'm feeling for some of you, if you truly go within, if you truly listen to the divine, ask for their help, listen for the messages, look for the messages. I definitely see high fertility and possibly pregnancies for some of y'all, okay? Because underneath that Devil and next to that, you know, in the pouring rain, that guy showing off his skilled labor, look at that, labor in you know, it's almost in a sense like he's building a home. He doesn't have a family yet, but to him that dog and that squirrel are his family. But so you have this world card, okay, that is upright underneath the devil, okay, which was reversed, which is good because you're being let go of all those, you know, addictions, things that don't serve you, and all of that. And just look at her. It's like she's got this feeling like, wow, like I am worth it. I am worth it. I made it out of that dungeon with the faith of my little flowers that I thought had me bound, but really they didn't. And they grew into a whole dang reef. And not only that, but I've been given this clear water, okay? In some cards, you know, they're wrapped around with some silk thing. In this one, she's wrapped around water, and that's clear water. So she fucking got shit straight and got it together, and got it together quick, so that she could bear the fruits of her labor and have her water running clean, no muckiness, no bullshit anymore. And this is one of those cards that I'm talking about that represents fertility and possible pregnancy, okay? And because right under that, okay, right under that world card, we have the Ace of Cups, okay? The Ace of Cups. Total fulfillment. Emotionally, okay? The divine is giving you that emotional fulfillment and stability that you've been searching for. And not only is your cup full, y'all, that bitch is overflowing. So not only do you have enough for you and yours, but you're being given extra to give to whomever you want. And that fish right there at the top, okay? This is what I'm saying. I'm so into signs. That fish, that little fish is life, okay? And this is what I'm saying. Ace of Cups is one of those cards that symbolizes fertility. So if you're wanting a child, go like rabbits. If not, use caution. But I will say that regardless, this is coming from the divine. You see the symbol right here. The two, here we go. Right there. The 3 moons, the sign for the goddesses, okay? This is the gift to you from the goddesses and the divine. And the 2 flowers coming out. Now, but be careful. Be careful, okay? Because wherever there's good, there's going to be somebody that's gonna wanna eat that shit up if you're not careful. It's hard to tell, but down here in this water are fish, and they're piranha-like fish, okay? So you need to take your cup, and I honestly think that this is connected to the devil-like energy that was showing in your past, okay? It's still lingering a little bit. It's still trying to make those waters rough for you. And you will be okay, but you gotta be careful. Don't go back. Don't go back. Okay? Once you're given the world, you keep on going. Okay? Because, yeah. You have this Queen of Cups, which is very, very interesting. I mean, I had initially thought it was, you know, a female, you know, that may be watching this video in love, but I feel like it may now. I feel like she's a different person, you know, and maybe the Queen of Wands is y'all. I'm gonna clarify that. I'm gonna clarify them both. But you know, she's got her hand over her cup, like she doesn't need it filled anymore. Now, if it was upright, I would say she doesn't trust a man to feel it anymore. But with it being reversed, I feel a little bit of that manipulation and, you know, because the Queen of Wands is upright, okay, and she is more about, now I understand with this deck, I clarified it, because I was like, that's so weird that it's showing in that type of season, but now I clarified with that deck that that's because the Queen of Wands in this deck is about letting go of things that no longer serve you, releasing attachment, and that would make perfect sense as to why the leaves are dull, because the season's about to change. They're about to fall off. They no longer serve that season. So I'm feeling like this may be y'all. And right before that, the Queen of Wands, you have the Death card in reverse. Okay? So, you know, and this is about, it's about a lot of things, but in this case, I'm seeing it being about being reborn, letting go of, like we've been talking about this whole time, the things that no longer serve you, addictions, toxic relationships. And that was your immediate energy coming into this relationship, you know, strength. Like you had had enough and you'd seen the light, okay? You just are trying to figure out the process on how to get the fuck away from that motherfucker and move forward. So, and then, of course, next time we have the Queen of Wands. And that's doing exactly that. Now, the one part that was interesting, remember when I said these three cards came up together? And I have a feeling that they all do come together. because it was the Moon reversed, the Chariot reversed, which is fucking beautiful. I've never seen the Chariot so beautiful. I wish I could show these pictures better, okay? And then the Two of Cups reversed. Another thing I'm feeling them say is that some of you may be interested in or experimenting with or in a same-sex relationship, and you need to embrace that, okay? Because I think it's making, like, at first, you know, your partner might have been like, oh, I understand, yada yada, but I think it's making them feel a little bit like, why are you still so ashamed of me? And I think it might just be a touchy subject because it's the holidays, but if anything, I think now, there's no better time than now to come out and say it if you truly love this person of the same sex. You know, people are gonna find out eventually, and their opinions don't fucking matter. It's about the two of you, okay? So having this Moon come reverse, okay, it is about betrayal, and it's about truth being revealed, okay? It's also about the spirit and transformation. We've got a lot of transformation going on here. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, a strong feeling of the Pisces energy because of the multiple moons. And then the Chariot in reverse, okay, that's delay. That could be, you might find that you have car trouble coming up. There may be some failure in something and a need for preparation. And I know this is weird because the time of year it is, but for someone out there I'm speaking to, this is a dangerous time for you to be traveling right now. And that could be maybe because someone's planning on, you know, maybe driving instead of flying for cost reasons, and there ends up being some serious car trouble. And then we have the Two of Cups in reverse, okay, signifying breakup, you know, fighting, friendship growing apart, having different feelings towards one another, and separation, okay? And so these three all came in reverse together. I've never had that happen before, so I'm not sure what that means, but it means something. And it's right next to the World. So what that tells me is, you know, like I said, and I even mentioned this, when good shit happens for you, people start getting envious and jealous and you know, all that nasty stuff. And so it would make sense that, you know, this shit would come up, like people betraying you, talking behind your back, you know, friendships falling apart. But if they do, they weren't meant to serve you anyway, you know. And you know, the failure with the Chariot. I mean, I think that has more to do, for some of you it may have to do with the car, but I feel like it has more to do with just failure in these relationships and these people not being able to accept the new person that you and your divine peeps, as I like to call them, my little lingo for people, they're not liking this. Like, they're thinking, you know, all that shit, like, oh, she thinks she's better than us now because she's not, you know, drinking and partying, and she thinks, you know, her shit don't stink, blah blah blah. And that's all a bunch of shit, because you put fucking work into this. You don't just get to pray for spiritual transformation. It's all done for you. Being spiritually transformed and reborn is fucking hard work. You gotta look deep within yourself. You gotta look at, I mean, there is nothing that is easy about it. There isn't, except knowing that in the end, you're gonna be where you were always meant to be. I'm just feeling like I need to chug gallons of water. And so, oh yeah, and then next to all that, okay, next to those 3 cards, and above the Queen of Wands, which I do believe is you, but there is another queen-like figure in this scenario that is, and it really makes me disappointed that it's the Queen of Cups, because that's my girl, but things are what they are. Right above you, it's like to the left of you, you had Death in reverse. Okay, so you were reborn, and we already talked about the Queen of Wands being about that spiritual transformation. And then right above you, you had the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, now this signifies danger, okay, or guilt over your own poor choices, disrespectful morals, okay? Try not to feel so guilty, because that's, I think, where the danger can come in. If we sit in guilt for too long, all that hard work that you put in to get these, okay? The World and your Ace of Cups is, and your strength was for nothing, you know? So just, we're all gonna feel it. It is what it is. But just try not to stay in that feeling for too long. So I do, let's see, I want to clarify for you. Spirit, can you please clarify? Oh, you know what? Let me do... Let's do the vice versa deck for our clarification. Spirit, can you please clarify this Queen of Cups that is in reverse for the collective during this next week, today until the 25th. Oh, okie dokie, let's see. So clarifying the Queen of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so interesting. Let's see here. So when I see this Queen of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles, which is basically a gift from the divine, it basically tells me that it's confirming that you have somebody that is jealous and envious and hating and gossiping because they're fucking can't wrap it around their brains how you're being given, these gifts from the divine that you've actually put work into. If they just open their little brains a little bit, wouldn't take them long to figure out that you're getting this through hard work, and yeah, so they're confirming the transformation that you made and all the positive things that you're gaining from that, because they know it's big. They know it's big for sure. Let's see. And then why don't we clarify let's clarify the other Queen of Wands, which I'm sure that's you. It makes perfect sense, but let's just have Spirit confirm that for us. Oh, and this is okay. So you got the confirming the Queen of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. So again, it's like the ending, because the Queen of Wands was our very last card, and we clarify it and get the Ace of Swords, which is again a gift from the divine, or led by the divine. And in the beginning you started with strength and a sword in your hand. You weren't the queen yet, but it's like you've gone through this spiritual transformation. You've let go all the shit that hasn't served you. You've paid your karmic debt. All the steps in it you accomplished, and that's why you were rewarded this position as Queen of Wands. Now, what the Ace of Swords tells me with the Queen of Wands is that you have been crowned, and you know, the crown is hollow. So basically, and you know, swords kind of signify our internal mental status, battles or successes. So it's almost like, you know, you saw through the bullshit. The crown is hollow. You know, you could stick your knife right through it and there ain't nothing there. So you realize there was nothing there that was serving you, and you decided to pick that sword up for yourself and go to battle. Go to battle for things that better served you. And seriously, like I said, you're gonna have people try to take that. Try to bring you down. Try to do, you know, whatever. But fuck them. You know, let them live in that lower, just succubus, whatever entity they want to live in. And now, I used the vice versa deck. So it came out like this, okay? And then when you look at the back, you see the sword again, okay? And you see an eagle carrying a wreath, okay? The eagle is also symbolization of the divine, and a wreath is crowning. So, I mean, that sums that up right there, okay? Y'all, we all are doing a kick-ass job, and that's what's so badass about being a part of the collective, because the more that we work on ourselves and work with this energy, the more we give these vibes to each other and grow together, and it's such a beautiful thing. Just gonna look at the bottoms of the decks real quick that we were working with. Okay, so the first one, the vice versa deck, and you actually had this. Wait, let me double check. I'm pretty sure you had it. Yeah. So you had the Two of Cups in reverse, okay, in the reading. Now at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups are upright. So see how that energy has changed? Okay, so maybe those other friendships fell apart, but you're building new ones with people that are there to encourage you and serve you. And oh my gosh, y'all. And then you get the Ace of Cups again. Wow. Oh, y'all. I mean, I can't make this shit up. Look at that. The two different decks. You got... Let me pull this back. The Ace of Cups. The Divine has got you. I just love this one a little bit more. No, wrong hand. This one a little bit more because of the fish jumping up. That shows life in that clear water. And the goddess sign above it. And the rose is coming out. Not that the dove isn't pretty too. But you know what, y'all? I think with this double Ace of Cups, there's going to be some pregnancies coming up. I really, really do feel that. And y'all are getting repetitive cards. So I was going to show you the back side of the Two of Cups. I mean, not much is different about them. Oh, whoa. See, I love when I learn new stuff every time. Look at this. I was going to say not much is different about this. But y'all take a look at your two cards real quick. Or wait, hold on. Oh, over here? Okay. So, you see, oh, come on. You see your Ace of Cups, right? And then you see your Two of Cups. What do you see in the background of those Two of Cups? Is that not exactly what your Ace of Cups looks like? Think maybe that possibly could be the divine and your higher self supporting these new things that are coming into your life. And not only that, okay, oh, and if y'all wanted to see, this is the back of the Two of Cups, okay? Not much of a difference. It's just dark, and obviously there's not that little secret image I showed you, but there is a bright damn light in the sky shining over that. So but there are some nice things to the vice versa deck, because she may still look alone right here, right? She's got her dove, but then comes nighttime, and look at that right there. That is clarification of falling in love, and not just falling in love with whoever, but falling in love with who the divine has selected. Once we have learned to love ourselves as we are, they will make a way, y'all. They will make a way. Okay? It may not be in sight when you want, come on, when you want it to be, but you could be damn sure that he is right there waiting for you in complete in utter awe of your beauty. And you know why your beauty is so beautiful? Not only is it because it was, as the card says, kissing the divine in another and in yourself, but it was given from the divine. This is your true love, y'all. Okay? I was wondering, I was like, man, you know, we are getting into all this deep shit, and I wanted a love reading. But now you see what I'm talking about when I'm saying, now you want easy come, easy go. I'm sure they could give that to us easily, you know? But I think what they're trying to do is show us that the work that is put into play when it comes to this stuff. And it's just freaking amazing. Look at that. And I cut the deck. You guys, I couldn't make this up if I tried, okay? I just literally cut the deck for shits and giggles, okay? And look at that. You got the Star, which is all your dreams and wishes being revealed, okay? And you got the Four of Swords, which is a solid... I'm gonna put this over here. It's hard how... It is nice having a camera that can work better, but it goes so slow. And then, okay, a solid foundation, a happy marriage, a happy life. So your love dreams are coming true. They are coming to fruition. I mean, it's just awesome. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. I know my readings are always so long, but you know what? That's okay, because this is some important shit, okay? This is life-changing shit, so it's my pleasure to do it. And, I'm trying to think if I want to pull... I think I'll do the angel. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for y'all. We'll do the angel deck. Do the angel deck, and then we will leave it at that. If this resonated with any of y'all, please comment below. I love to hear, you know, because like I said, I just recently moved my work over to, you know, actual in-person stuff to YouTube. And so I really like to read feedback, and if this resonates with anyone, it helps. It really does. And then if you want to stay informed as far as the new stuff I have coming out, or the monthly readings, just subscribe, and that will keep you with a little bell notification, and that will keep you informed on my videos that are coming out. I mean, I'm really gonna be hustling and grinding, especially the new year, because this is my passion. This is what I love to do, to help people and I give many thanks to everyone else who chooses to do it, because I don't think you can have enough spiritual advisors, you know. Sure, they can throw out tons of therapists and whatever, but to have a true gift and basically connection to the divine is something so much more. Alright, so I ask that the Spirit give us some closing messages for the collective from today until the 25th that are important. Any last messages we need to know as we wrap up? I want to thank you for showing us all the messages you did, the good, the bad, the in-between, although none of it really was that bad, being that the end result was very beautiful, and why I do take the time I do in a reading. You know, some people have the gift of being able to do it in 5 to 10 minutes, but you know, I like to really show the process of what y'all are doing. So any last messages for the collective this next week? Oh, okay, that's 1. For some reason I'm feeling the number 4, so I'm going to pull 4 from you, and I'm going to pull it from this point on. I'm not sitting here shuffling forever. So we have the 6 of Fire. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. Well, that's awesome. Blossom. TheBomb.com. 6 of Fire. Oh, come on, camera. No, we're not going there. No, we're not. No, they don't need me. They need their card. Why are you so particular with this? Okay, let's scooch it back. I don't know why it does this. This is crazy. It's like I'm working with a mirror plus backwards. Anyway, I would put a new camera on my list for Santa, but I don't know. I don't think he knows where I live. Anyway, okay, y'all. I did my best to kind of show this to you. Maybe if I straighten this and then just went like that for these last cards, would that work out okay? Of course, we'd have a glare. Okay, well, let's move forward, guys. Okay. And the next one, 6 of Water. Memories from your history or your childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. And what did I say, y'all? I think that there's going to be some surprise announcements. as far as expanding the family and that causing y'all to go into your own childhood memories. Oh my God, I so had the feeling that this would come out. I didn't say anything, and I'd be like, that's weird. 6 of fire, 6 of water, and yes, I've shuffled these, very much so. And I'm like, that would be really trippy if another 6 came out. 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. Maybe that's why it told me to pull 4. Which, you know, 6s are about, you know, advancement, excitement, reciprocated feelings, success. So, and I'm sure the synchronicity of it too. There we go. Has a meaning. So let's pull one more. Queen of Earth. Thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach dealing with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So that's that one for y'all. This is another new deck that I got that I'm still kind of seeing how I feel about, because it's angel. Usually they have the angel oracles, and this is like the angel tarot deck, which is interesting, which is why I got it, because I was like, oh, that's neat, but it doesn't always show the angels, so I don't know. I almost feel like, well, I guess that's enough. I just feel like, what are they asking for? What more? Maybe the Knight of Wit? Really? Okay. I guess they got one more message from this deck, which I hardly use, but I'm just being drawn to it. It's pretty simple, so that's why I don't mind if they have a message. I think this is kind of like their last ending. You know how we went in with the main energy being strength for y'all. I think this is them going into the ending energy for y'all after this reading. I hope I'm using the right deck. I should have maybe done the Sacred Rebels, but that's okay. This is what I felt called to. So let's get to it. Y'all want to keep talking and talking? I think it's my peeps, man. They just love to talk. Not sure what that one is. I'm gonna pull 2, and then I guess I can read that one from the card. I'm not sure what that one means. confidence. Isn't that pretty? Confidence. Wait. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, no, you don't. I tell y'all. So confident. She's standing there with her, her horse, which to me signifies not just confidence, but liberation, which seemed to be a main theme in the things I was reading. You know, just getting on that horse and riding. 4 and 2, that's also 6. That's advancement, excitement, reciprocated feelings, okay? I'm telling y'all, this love is coming. And forgive me, they have this word grove with a cat on a couch, and every time I see it, I totally forget what it's about, because it's one of those cards that seems to have nothing to do with what it shows. Okay. Actually, this might fit people as well. So I'm going to read to you. I'll hold up the picture and I'm going to read to you what the message is from this particular goddess to y'all. And hopefully you can see that. Let's see. Let's get it. Little kitty on the couch right there. Now is the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed, make your friendships whole again, and choose healing over anger and pain. Choosing my beautiful grove, excuse me, y'all, is a powerful sign that you are at a wondrous and strong time in your life. Show compassion and kindness to others. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. If you are hurting, know that it will pass and that I watch over you. If someone you love is hurting, take the time to be there for this person. The sacred grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that has been wounded. Okay, y'all. Wow, that was a good one to wrap up that overall reading. See, the divine does know what it's doing. It's like, shut up, bitch. Just read the message that we're telling you to read. And yeah, so well, it was definitely a pleasure. I'm glad to be back. The witch is back. And I will be uploading some more fun stuff. Like I said, I may even, along with the daily collective readings, start on January's monthly readings. I'm going to meditate on it a little bit because I don't know if I should. Anyways, that doesn't matter to y'all. But just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I just feel like I said, to any of those who followed what I had recently posted. You know, I did a spiritual cleansing and all this stuff. Huge spiritual download. Literally knocked me off my feet. I was exhausted, but I was still trying to get stuff done, and they're like, nope, It's time to rest, yada yada. So anyways, but I love, love, love y'all. Oops. And I know I talked y'all's ears off, but that came straight from the heart and straight from the divine. So, I do hope that it helped y'all. And I said, oh Lord, let's keep the camera down. I did not realize my hair was like that. Anyways, I love y'all. Much love and light. And may the divine and the angels be with you. Till next time. Bye-bye.